Round 2, game 2, my opponent chose to play first, keeping his 7, and I'm looking at a slower one, but I can't see myself mulliganing this, so let's go ahead and keep. At the very least, if I need to run out pacifism early, I've got that option, and Griffin Protector into Terran's Invocation is too good to pass up. Intrepid Hero. Probably not going to be too relevant. I haven't seen anything with power 4 or greater, but it is a soldier, so it's important that I keep it in the deck. Ring of Valkas. Okay, well maybe Intrepid Hero will randomly get a dude if it gets too big with the ring. Krenko's Command. Alright, in for the ones. So Krenko Mob Boss is real nice in my opponent's deck. He's obviously got a lot of goblins. Nonetheless, not too worried, I don't think. Now, Intrepid Hero doesn't really contribute anything to the board. Yeah. It's not likely that he's going to run out a creature. Intrepid Hero is not going to block particularly well. Let's just hold back, I think. Now, if my opponent goes turn 4 Krenko here, real issues. Though perhaps my opponent gets to 5, goes Krenko, equip it with ring. He then churns out a whole heap of tokens, but maybe I can Intrepid Hero Mise it. Yeah, it's looking a bit awkward. And a War Falcon. Okay. Misey War Falcon. So, Griffin Protector. Yeah. I'm baffled at the War Falcon. It's not liable to ever attack, is it? I guess when you run out of Goblin Arsonists, you play Defenders? No, that doesn't make sense. So, no Krenko here would be nice. Alright, only one attack, because I got blocks, so that's good. No Krenkos? No Krenkos. Griffin Protector. Okay. Well, I still think I'm going with Terran's Invocation, attack with Griffin Protector. I think that's the extent of it. I mean, I could leave it back to block, but I'd rather not pass up on 4 damage. So my blocks aren't brilliant. If my opponent attacks with, say, just the Goblin here and the Griffin Protector, I can kill one of them with a double block for the Drakes. Then maybe I can get some Intrepid Hero value here. Ooh, Mog Flunkies, okay. So my next turn, Knight of Glory plus Intrepid Hero maybe? Could pacify the Griffin Protector. Griffin Protector is pretty strong. Jeez. Okay, Griffin Protector stays back. So I think I just double block Goblin over here. I'm happy if Flunkies goes up to 4 power. Well, no, I'm not happy about it, but I can do something about it. So taking 5 here. Ah, it switches the ring back. That's unfortunate. Well, War Falcon's a good one. It means I've got something else I can play. So I can play Intrepid Hero, Pacifism, and War Falcon. Or I can play Intrepid Hero, War Falcon, and Knight of Glory. I really would like to pacify that Griffin Protector. I think that's so. I'm going to pacify the Griffin Protector and go with Intrepid Hero plus War Falcon. And then attack with the Griffin Protector, I think. I could play Knight of Glory and get an extra damage in. I'm already getting in for 4, then it'd be 5. I think Intrepid Hero is fine. Drake would just trade with Falcon. That's fine. So another 4 goes through, and hopefully I've got sufficient blocks. I'm expecting Mog Flunkies to go through, but I can block everything else. He's got 2 creatures that can't attack, so if he wants to attack with Mog Flunkies, he has to attack with Arsonist or Goblin Token. If he attacks with Arsonist, I can block with War Falcon. Oh, I guess I lose Intrepid Hero. That's kind of awkward. Or I could just use the Intrepid Hero. So I could do something like this and just use it. Then I'm taking 3 and he's got no creatures he can attack with. Goblin Arsonist shoots something for 1. Wait, hang on. I don't need to do that. What am I doing? Intrepid Hero can chump block the Mog Flunkies. Like so. So yeah, that seems fine. So I take no damage. He loses his. Then he's just left with creatures that can't attack unless he has another creature, which I assume he doesn't. He didn't play it before. At any stage, Kranko is going to be real bad news for me. But now that he's only got 1 goblin, less of an issue. Rain of Blades, cute. Well, Rain of Blades could be relevant at some stage in the game. Hopefully I can just win this race here. It's going to be tough. Any creature that he draws is going to make Mog Flunkies live, and as a 4/4 that's pretty brutal. Turn to Slag, okay, well, it's not a creature. No, well, okay, so I can attack here. He can only block with War Falcon. But trades with War Falcon, so that's not good. I don't want to trade my Knight of Glory for War Falcon. Passing the turn. Any creature my opponent draws is going to be really, really bad for me. 5/5 Flunkies. No, no creature? No creature is good for me. Unsummon. Doesn't quite work. I can unsummon. I I can unsummon the War Falcon and attack for 3, but that's just terrible. Maybe I can get some value out of Rain of Blades plus unsummon. I predict I'm probably going to be using unsummon on the flunkies. No creatures? No creatures. Okay. Ugh. Nothing for me either. Need to see something. Well, one of us needs to see something. Then something will happen. Alright, is it a creature? Nope, it's a land. Cool. Something up the top? No. I'm not playing out my lands. I certainly don't have any need in my deck for huge amounts of lands. At least I can bluff a whole bunch of stuff that I don't have. What's going on here? Chandra's Fury. Yeah, I think I just got to take this one on the chin. I certainly don't want to unsummon my own knight. Negates would have been real good to be sitting on at this stage. Alright, so my opponent drew Chandra's Fury. I've got nothing. Alright, what is this? Oh, it's just going to burn me out. Fireball. So that's game 2. Yeah, I don't have the negate, so guys are me away. Okay, so Rain of Blades was quite bad at that stage of the game, but at other points in the game it could have been quite good. What to change? I think I'm happy with the negates. It's his instants and sorceries that are going to blow me out. Intrepid Hero is not good, except for enabling War Falcon. I could probably just do better. Even a Pillar-Filled Ox is probably going to be better. Sad as it is. Yeah. It's got higher power and toughness for only 1 extra mana. Bargain. I could have another War Falcon. I am on the play. Seems kind of sketchy though. Alright. This is what I'm gonna go with. Maybe I have another. Maybe I could have another Tricks of the Trade. Force the Demonstrator. Yeah, I'm on the play. Okay. I'm gonna try Tricks of the Trade, I think. Should be better than Pillar-Filled Ox. Alright. Last game of round 2.